If somebody thinks that they were fired unjustly, they will look for reasons other than their performance to explain your actions.
My name is John, and I was a fabulous employee, and I knew what I was doing, and you fired me because you didn't want a man in that job, you wanted a woman in that job, and that's the only reason you fired me.
They might say, you know what? He fired me just because of my race, or because of my sexual orientation, or because of my religion, or because I happen to be in a wheelchair, or all of these reasons where the law says no, those are not legitimate reasons for firing. In order to combat that, a personnel file is invaluable.
The best way to prove it is through a documented record of problems that occurred and attempts made by the employer to have the employee remediate them.
What you have to do is build a personnel file. Have a regular series of evaluations, once a year, once every 6 months, whatever's right for your business. Have it documented. Even if you and the employee don't agree, have the employee at least sign to acknowledge that you had this evaluation conference and you did discuss certain topics. If you have a personnel file that has a record of deficient performance from the employee, or insubordination, or any other events which you've told that employee are troublesome and have not been repaired, firing them is easy.
The employer's response would be, hey, yes, John did work for me, and he was qualified to do the work, and yes, John is a man, and yes, I did hire a woman, but look at the record that I have here showing all the times John was late for work, the calls he didn't respond to when customers would call, the mistakes that he made that cost us $100,000 in billings.
The harder situation is where there's absolutely nothing in the way of documentation and you just decide that you need to fire this employee. The less documentation, the greater the risk is there will be a claim, because unless the employee agrees that the firing was completely justified, they may go to a lawyer to challenge it.